ULPT. Bring a dead cockroach with you every time you stay at a hotel. Throw it on the ground somewhere in your room. Then call reception saying you found a dead cockroach. You'll probably get a free room upgrade or a discount for the rest of your stay. ULPT. If you use Gmail, you can sign up for free trials egg for Netflix multiple times by placing punctuation in your email address. Mail forwards.b.c@gmail to the abc@gmail account. Whereas most companies register the address as different, so we'll keep giving you the free trial. ULPT. If you are tired at work, just lie down on the floor at random places and sleep. When your coworkers wake you up, they are gonna be really kind and helpful because they think you have fainted. If you play it really well, you can get the rest of the day too. ULPT. If your coworker calls out of work sick, you can do the same 13 days later. Your boss will think you have the same thing and it's going around the office. In fact, most of the time, your boss will do the same thing shortly after you. It's the fake flu. ULPT. When driving really high or drunk, follow behind a semi-truck. They are usually safer drivers and it's easier to focus on a giant object when you're not at 100%. ULPT. Your food business is not getting enough customers? Make a fake hot Tinder profile and tell your dates to meet at your restaurant. Pretend to be late and tell them to order something expensive for you. Then after you serve them, call off the date because your BF/GF found out or something. ULPT. When someone elderly asks what your children want for Christmas, tell them a gadget or video game you really want. The elderly relative thinks they are being cool. Your child won't want the gift, so you can have it, and they will get plenty of other presents anyway. ULPT. If the neighbor's dog keeps pooping on your lawn and you don't want to clean it up, save some bacon grease and pour it over the poop and wait for the dog to clean it up. ULPT. At a religious place and want to look generous? Put Monopoly cash in the donation box. ULPT. Don't get caught by your boss reading news or sports articles on your computer at work. Quickly copy the content of the article into an email and read it from there. Your boss will think you are dealing with an intensive email and will leave you alone. ULPT. If you're in a flame war, don't try and think of smart put-downs. Just go really dumb. There's nothing more frustrating than arguing against someone who's too stupid to realize your put-down was clever. The problem with flame wars is that you're reliant on the other person understanding why what you just said is a clever put-down. Play into this and act too stupid to get it. This leaves them powerless. It's also universally grating to argue with someone who's too stupid to realize what a moron they are. Examples of when I've done this. Over voice comms in video games context. I'm British and sound British. One time I got into an argument with a guy who had a southern US accent. I kept calling him a Yankee, and when he told me he was a southerner, I pretended I thought he meant he was from South America and kept calling him a commie liberal. There was nothing he could do with that level of stupid. Another time my Vic debate partner was Canadian. When I called him an American, he was outraged. I convinced him I thought Canada was a state in the US. And when he tried to tell me it was a separate country, I accused him of just splitting hairs. Key factors. 1. You've really got to convince them you're that dumb. Don't let them realize it's an act. 2. Just babbling discontinuous nonsense while they're trying to speak if in voice or radically changing the subject to 12-year-old nonsense is very frustrating and can often bring them down to your level. Knowing that your partner can't even hear you is incredibly annoying. 3. Exude a massive amount of unearned confidence and extreme satisfaction in your own bullshit. This one is the most important. You can't relent. Think of the adage, arguing with a moron is like playing chess with a pigeon. No matter how clever your stratagem, the pigeon is just going to crap on the board and prance around like he won.